Welcome to the show. We've got a great one for you this evening. I am so happy to let you guys know this. We're doing news now on the show. Yes. We're doing, for the longest time, we had to be, because it's a show in syndication, we kind of had to be evergreen, like really, really big thoughts. But now, the turnaround time is so fast, things are going so well for this little show, we're doing jokes on the news. So what shall we talk about, everybody? You say the news. What do you want to talk about? Okay, you could not follow instructions and you could say Trump, but let's talk about Trump because he's in the news and it was kind of a win-win, right? He just had his first 100 days. And Nancy Pelosi gave him an F-. Now that's just like mean-spirited right there. She wasn't happy with an F. She had to throw in the minus right there. I'm going to give you an F-. Neener. It doesn't matter. Is anybody surprised? Did anybody think that they're going to go, hey, Nancy, what do you think of Donald's first days? I think he's doing wonderfully. A++++++++++. I just hope he can fix healthcare so I can blink once again. My eyelids haven't touched since 1994. Trump is coming back with health care. He didn't give up. I loved how he walked away. He knew he didn't have the votes. He's like, nah, don't need it. We'll come back. And so now they're coming back with health care, and that's awesome, right? I think that every American is interested to see what the plan is. Here's what cracks me up about it, though. Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, they came out and they're like, well, we got to make sure that we got time to read this bill before we pass it. And I'm like, honey, I want to show you a piece of videotape. Because like 5, 6, 7 years ago, you're like, we have to pass the bill to know what's in it. But that's fine. That's the way it's supposed to work, you guys. You're supposed to read the bill before you pass it. So I'm gonna give her a pass on that. She's a giant hypocrite, but she can't blink, and let's hope there's money available to fix those eyeballs. Trump's got a new tax plan. I'm excited about this. Lowering the rates. I like it. Lowering the, yeah. When I was a kid, Ronald Reagan lowered the rates. And it's wild how when big business and individuals have that kind of money, wonderful things happen. Reagan lowered the tax rates, and a few years later, everybody had laptops. We're like, how'd this happen? Oh, someone, that's great. So I think if we lower the tax rates now, in a couple years, we'll have jetpacks and flying cars. I am ready. Taxes is weird, right? Everybody's so used to taxes. You guys know we didn't have a federal income tax till like 1915? Yeah, that's when it started. We got along for a long, long time. We did very well as a nation for over 100 years without no federal income tax. So, I mean, it can be done. Half the country doesn't pay a federal income tax. It's roughly half the country. So I think we can look at the whole tax situation. I agree there has to be some kind of tax, right? It's like a deal we make with the government. We're like, listen, I know we need roads. I don't know anything about building roads. You guys could do that. There's some bucks, right? So we all chip in for roads. And then the government's like, do you guys want an army and a navy and stuff? Ah, good point. Here's some money for that. And that's what we do. And we get value for our tax dollar. Here's the problem. Where I'm sitting right now, I'm not getting a good value for my dollar. And I want to renegotiate the deal. Yeah. I don't want to pay for stuff that I have no interest in, right? I know we need roads and we need an army and we need stuff like that. However, when they're like, hey, we need to figure out why ostriches' eggs are so big. We need to raise a button. I have no interest. I'm not paying that. Maybe it's a big egg because it's a big bird. Well, that's an interesting theory. Let's raise your taxes and figure that out. Trump said he might not build the wall. He might hold off on that. What are your thoughts on that? Is that good or bad? On the wall, you guys want to? Exactly. I want him to build it. Build it. You have to. You have to. If there's one thing that dude has to do is build. I don't care. I don't care if it's chain link fence and barbed wire and kind of a wall here, and at one point it's just Girl Scouts holding hands looking out. We need some kind, and there's got to be a section of it that is a big, beautiful wall with a big gate. There has to be a hunk of that. And no one wants to stop immigration. We all love immigrants, right? Yes, there. Thank you very much. I just don't want people sneaking through the wall. So, hey, President Trump, build the wall. You got to build a hunk of it. There should be a gift shop and maybe a roller coaster. And wouldn't that be fun? I mean, if you're going to build a wall, build a theme park and lots of parking.